All right, welcome everybody. This is Mustache bringing you a cast of Sweet and Sour versus Legion. This is going to be an awesome game. Cannot wait for this. Two exciting teams on a Sunday matchup. Middle of the day, we got football, we have Onward. What could be better? This is going to be a lot of fun. So thanks for joining me. What's up, Doink? Good to see you. Doink's excited. He knows there is a very good chance I think we could see downfall today. Sweet and Sour is the home team. We are going into the game already. Let's hop over. I'll update the scoreboard in a moment. We're going to start off with Legion here. So Sweet and Sour home team, first map for them, first map choice rather, is Turbine here. So we got the outdoor bridge location. Legion spawning in with 4, taking fire already. We got Doggy who's going to go up top. Doggy's going to put some shots on these guys trying to get to back green. So you see Farquaad peeking that, trying to deal with him. Meanwhile, Midget making a strong push up the bridge. Already working on some here. Good frag coming out. Midget dodges. Sweet and Sour already have a few up in green. And Legion have 2 dead off of that initial madness.
The guy in green's got a flashlight. I can see it through the floor.
So Midget coming up. Check out Sweet and Sour's initial defense here. They got a couple here in green. And then they are pretty heavy. Really on this backside. They don't have a lot of pressure on the bridge. So as Legion pushes up here, they're not going to encounter much resistance until they get to, looks like Watermelon on the back of the OBJ, kind of work on those boxes. Barry's going to be fire team leader for Legion. He's coming up. You hear JC working the cliffs.
One coming out red.
Making it difficult for anybody trying to leave the spawn. And Doggy has left his position up top and is heading up as Midget tries that first green push and Jake takes him out. Let's see, I'm going to check in with Twitch here, just make sure that our chat is good. Oops.
Nope.
Let me know audio levels all good out there.
Close the door. Close the door.
All right, so Legion trying to figure out how they're going to make this push. One thing I noticed the last time I casted them, they didn't use a whole lot of utility, a whole lot of smoke. Barry has an M203. He's already sent it.
Is he peeking that corner right there?
So I'm not sure what else we have in these pockets. Looks like Midget's got a flash. That's for his job getting into green. I don't see any smokes on our chests here. Let's see what's coming out right now. There's a smoke from Zakul. Good placements. It's going to cover that corner. And these guys are going to work on coming up. Sweet and Sour, though, says, get that out of here. No more smoke. Exceed takes out the one at the white car.
Barry, you stay at the boxes the whole time.
And... whoops. I think I must have cameras downstairs. Looks like somebody died while carrying a Molotov. Watermelon taking this really passive position. XH peeks it, but JC over on that cliff makes him pay. Sweet and Sour are starting to figure out that they're going to have a hard time peeking these windows. And if Farquaad comes out to this other side, JC is going to be putting some shots on him. Always a risk to go to a dead body, but he's just past
I got you, Dex.
the point of cover there.
I got you.
Legion being patient. Very quiet for a first Turbine round so far. Look at Midget's approach. He knows that JC's making sure that nobody can peek that corner too aggressively. So he... Watermelon should hear him. Let's see when Watermelon decides to peek this. And there it is.
Got one. He's crawling on the side.
So now they know where Watermelon's position is. Surprise! They're going to be working on that. That smoke's going to help them push to the right of Watermelon if they choose. But JC still causing problems. Good frag coming in. Great frag. Gets the cool.
What just came out of green?
Doggy's still got good smoke coverage except for Farquad, but he wins that. Watermelon, if he stands, he's got eyes on Doggy. He had that gunshot audio just a second ago, and he takes him out. Midget coming in. Where's that cam? Midget takes one. Now they know they got green. Takes another. A third.
Another one dead.
And Farquad saves it. Wow. Midget took 3 in green. Almost had the timing right where he could have seen red door and possibly traded there. That would have been 4 down. But regardless, Legion now going to be pushing up because they know that they just had heavy numbers. So Sakul's back on his box. Sweet and Sour making the recovery, coming out of red. That smoke might actually help Sweet and Sour because JC is still on that cliff, and it'd be tough for us to see. It doesn't hurt him too much, but it does make it a little bit easier for Sweet and Sour to make that approach. So Zakul still working up. Midget goes down. We got a couple here coming into green. Farquad's distracted looking out the windows.
We have green. Team leading green.
And now Sweet Jake is going to have to work on these guys. Gets one. Priority number 1 now that Legion has green is to make sure that they don't leave. So Sweet and Sour's job is to make sure that nobody can get out of that. Let's see. So they're going to hold that doorway. Jake trades with 1. He's just down.
Jake, we're coming.
Siege is probably going to want to move to this left side and use this cover instead of being fully exposed. It's a dangerous play here. And Doggy goes down, but Dex comes in and cleans him up with a shotgun. Right now, Legion has 3 down. Still good presence in green. Sweet and Sour with 2 alive, or with 2 dead. One of the reasons that you see in Balin right now that Legion hasn't been able to make this push successfully is that JC's been helping out with a sniper over there, but they just haven't had the numbers. You know, with 4 people pushing, one of them being fire team, they haven't been able to get out. Dex is going to breach it, and he goes down. Check out the bridge push. After overloading green a couple of times, Legion decides that they're going to try to push up. Got Midget coming out the back door. This is going to develop a little bit with JC. First, we got that.
1 dead green.
Here comes JC. Watermelon, great defense. Really good defense by Sweet and Sour so far. Watermelon holding him off. We got another trade. And then Sweet Jake and Doggy going head to head. They got a Molotov protecting the back door green. That Molotov means that you can reposition there. You don't need to go head to head in that same spot where you just meeting that guy. You have a second to kind of regroup and take him on your terms. Midget runs through the fire as it's dying. And trades with Watermelon. That's 4 dead for... Oh man, both teams beat up. 4 dead for Sweet and Sour, so whoever's left... Siege has got to make sure that they don't exit. As soon as Legion gets this call out, they're going to be coming out. Siege wins the one that he needs to. JC gets one. We do have somebody working up the street, so we got to keep an eye on this. Smoke coming in, going to make them leave the smoke. Dexter's there. Zakul's just down on the street. Legion might be out of lives. Wow.
I'm retreating to get the call.
Great defense. That's so crazy. That was really, really a tight spot that Sweet and Sour was in with all those guys in green and so many of their team down, respawning from red, but every time they were able to respawn and make that push back in, they kept Legion from successfully leaving green. There it is, round 1. Really great play, Sweet and Sour. All right, I'm gonna get us on the scoreboard here. I think this is always a good spot to do it. Maybe. All right, sending you guys a message in chat, checking on audio. I changed a couple of settings, so I just want to make sure that gun balance and voice is still all good. All right, so looking at the scores, really evenly spread. Both teams back and forth, man. That was really great. We're going to update the scoreboard here. Sweet and Sour takes map 1, round 1. Again, this is their choice. They're awesome players on Turbine. And played that well. I'm going to add in the Turbine graphic here. All right, we can breathe a little bit just for a moment. What's up, everybody? I see Doink, Sparky, Rolly, Ronan, Bub, Mr. Pink, Karen. Lots of people in chat. Thanks for joining. Hope everybody's Sunday's going well. Ronan supporting his guys. Make sure we're not back in here. All right. Great first round. Looking forward to this one. My team played Legion earlier this season, and it was just an epic match. Super sweaty. We played Sweet and Sour, first game of the year. Also a great one. And then I casted Legion versus Flashbangers earlier this year and was super impressed. So I'm happy to be back.
Mustache, no. That's not you. Hope you didn't hear that.
Yes, I need mine.
Oh, right. Siege.
Oh, yep.
Sweet and Sour getting a little last second strategy in, doling out some utility to the people who need it. Making the push. Nobody going up top. Lose one on the cross. We got a 249 returning fire. And you see Legion sent one backside with the rest heading up front. One thing on Legion's defense here, check out the way that throughout this Turbine match, they're going to be aggressive. So particularly JC, they kill, they move forward, then he's going to lay prone. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get it unless I can get under here. As soon as the smoke clears, he's going to be looking at footsteps or at feet under cars. But he does such a good job of moving forward every time that he has an advantage, every time that the numbers are in their favor. Same with the others. They're going to constantly have heavy pressure on the front of the street for as long as they can. And then Sweet and Sour is a team that uses a lot of utility, so look at all that smoke. You're going to see that throughout as well. Everybody double smokes on Sweet and Sour. So good trade with JC. Farquad heading up. He's fire team. Probably going to hold off rather than breach right away. The Sweet and Sour has 3 dead with the last. Where is it? Last was right there. Siege just missed him at that pillar. So the rest don't come in yet, Farquad. Rest are going to be spawning on Farquad here at the front door. And Midget's playing it a little bit further back, waiting on footstep audio, and then the peeker's advantage when they come in. Yeah, don't know if that was the intent of that M203. But they got one on the door. Sweet and Sour has 5 grouped together. One needs to backtrack, and that's going to be Dex, which is a good move. Dex is going to have to deal with JC again. Look at JC once again, you know, being aggressive, moving up as he can. But Dexter takes him out. They got good smoke coverage. 3 Legion in green, holding that down. Right now with 3 sweet and sour down. Their push is just a little bit stalled. But with all this smoke coverage, one thing that I'd consider, they got nothing on green windows, but try to get to that next box. Once that smoke is gone, that's a wasted opportunity. Now they have to deal with, right there, Zakul and Barry, which were protected just a moment ago. All right, so these guys waiting for spawn to come in, smoke to replenish. I just heard an M203 go off. Way back here. Dex working this corner. Midget and Watermelon going head to head here. Watermelon's just being patient. And JC working his way back up the bridge.
Cool. Where are you?
Good frag on JC. It just missed. Wasn't quite long enough. So he's going to work up. Go prone. Dexter hears his gunshots. If JC lays down, Dex may be able to see his gun peeking out. Oh, he shoots him backside. Check out that crack. Good shot, Dexter. That's super important for them. They need to make sure that he does not get in that forward position. They're doing a good job so far. 3 Legion dead. This is where Sweet and Sour's got somebody intent. We got to call this out. Got to call out that green's down, and we got to make this push right now. Barry's able to come back and replace it. And Watermelon's taken out by the frag. Farquad up. You killed him. Now you got to get in here. Get in here. Go up top. You've been trying to get up top for a while. Siege coming down the street. Zakul's waiting for a revive. Midget's gonna try to storm green and get these guys out. He's got C4. Ooh, he gets both of them.
Oh, what happened?
But then he gets nuked out of there. And Dexter and Midget, it's not a quiet round when these two are playing each other. Siege, great play. Kills one off, sending the code. Legion 5 dead. Now push. You want to get up here, set the spawn trap. Get up here. It will make your life so much easier. And if anybody's in green, they need to exit. XE just holding this down. The rest of Sweet and Sour just coming forward. But taking a moment. Let's see. I think they're holding these boxes. Yeah, they are. So they're holding these, which are, you know, the shots they need. One thing, they're just a little bit late on. These guys are going to be coming up from downstairs, and a little bit late on anybody exiting red if anybody went that way. Legion with good smoke. Try to work their way forward, but again, since they don't have anybody, Sweet and Sour doesn't have anybody on that flank. He goes down. Farquad at this point, spawns aren't coming in, so as fire team, you can leave. Just look out those windows. Get it, Farquad. Great frag, Jake. That's it. Good round, Sweet and Sour. All right, let's check out some scores. And go to map 2 in a moment. So let's read through them. End of the map. Midget 10 and 10, Barry 3 and 6, Zakul 6 and 5, Doggy 14 and 12, JC 10 and 7, Siege 7 and 11 with the cap, Farquad 4 and 8, Sweet Jake 11 and 9, Watermelon 9 and 8, Dexter 5 and 10. Just really good, even performance all around with Sweet and Sour taking the map. Let's update our scoreboard. I think I hear downfall music, doink. Let's see what we got. We are in downfall next, so I'm going to change our graphic here. Hopefully these guys take a second to prepare, so I have some time. We got downfall coming up on map 2. All right, so hang with you guys for a second. Mr. Pink supporting his boys as well. Fulcrum supporting his guys. What's up, Fulcrum? Only Dawn, what's up, buddy? Yeah, clutch frag at the end there by Jake. Great stuff. Doink, of course, Sweet and Sour doesn't ban Downfall against Legion. You know, so Sweet and Sour banned Snowpeak, and it's one or the other. I think Snowpeak was a good call. I've seen Legion play that, and man, JC holds that spot under the watchtower and the hangar on the new OBJ location, and it completely shuts off one side of the map. So it's it's crazy. I don't blame them for banning that. All right, we are on Downfall. We are on the old school OBJ. I love to see it.
Okay, I'll get midnight.
We're gonna follow in Legion. They're quick spawn on 1 on B. So is Sweet and Sour. Jake often likes to snipe. Oh, let's go this way. These guys are gonna get more action. Jake often likes to snipe in B, and we're gonna see where JC likes to snipe. See, takes 1. Can't see thumbnail, so I don't know who's spawning B down there for Legion. Quick peek.
Let me know if you get him, Zach.
They're trying to work up to Twins. It was Midget working his way down the West Road. Sweet Jake is down upstairs. JC takes him out. So now, as soon as Midget gets that call out, he's free to make this push right up the west here. Who is our fire team? Barry goes down. Where's Doggy? Doggy's working his way to Center Bungalow Army House here. Sweet and Sour already sent Dexter to the back room. Looks like Legion has 1 on Hummer House. Still 1 in their A spawn. Where's JC? JC's the one on Hummer House or Heli House. He's fire team, so that's not ideal because he's going to be back really the whole round sniping. So they're spawning here basically in their B spawn. With this approach, right now having Midget as fire team would be the best option, but he's still going to do some damage when he gets up here. Watermelon may have been called out. Let's get lasers on. It's like Midget's expecting 1 in hookah. It's not quite aware that it's Watermelon in the front room quite yet. Watermelon checking his tablet. He might have just had an audio cue. Midget's crawling, but he is crawling fast. Midget takes him out.
One's at lower dumpster. There's another.
Now you got Dexter in the back room. Sweet Jake also on OBJ. But Exige is here. And they trade. That's alright. That's a win for Sweet and Sour. Again, because BC's fire team and they were so far back on B. Zakul here at Center Bungalow is trying to work on B, but Sweet Jake didn't replace that after he got taken out by JC. I think that was a good call by Sweet Jake not to try to out-snipe JC, but I would still want 1 in B as Sweet and Sour, just to kind of make sure that that hookah to OBJ cross doesn't happen if Legion pushes it. Just wouldn't choose a sniper against these guys. All right, so we got 2 here at Center Army House. Farquad up and top Twins, holding down the B cross. So these guys leave Army House. If they try to get to the front uplink rock walls, Farquad's going to have pretty good eyes.
1 is ground floor uplink. Play it slow. Come on, slow it down.
JC giving call outs. I think he's going to... He and Farquad are going to be working on each other at some point. We got Barry working toward Twins. So his goal's going to be to stop anybody from replenishing help back into the OBJ. Probably peek this, see if he can get anybody getting sloppy. Now he's going to try to find Farquad. Farquad has footstep audio. He knows he's here, but Barry's going upstairs. Smokes both. That's going to free up an opening if anybody wants to leave.
I'm getting pushed in twins, guys.
Yeah, so these guys are going to take a second, but that just let everybody here at B push out. If they're taking shots from Farquad, they're safe to do so now. So it's back up to Watermelon to hold that. That was also an opportunity for Doggy to make this push. So as soon as he gets this kill, he should move down. Still got that smoke up top, but Jake picks it up. Good rotation by Jake to get that refrag. Let's see if Barry's ready to work on Farquad yet. Not quite, so he's still kind of holding. Midget working his way back up the west road here. Putting smoke on Watermelon's window. See if he expects Watermelon to be back in the same spot or if he thinks he repositions. Watermelon should have footstep audio any second. Dexter's playing in the back room patiently. So far not peeking. If he peeks, you see Midget's laser, he's going to go down. Midget throws his tablet. Watermelon again getting footstep audio. We got two getting ready to make this cross. The thing is that if Watermelon goes down, he gets them both. Great job, Watermelon. If he goes down, they're going to be able to make that cross. Somebody in B is mandatory. Even if you're facing a sniper, there are ways to use those windows and pillars to avoid. Maybe it's high turnover. Maybe you're back again and again and again. But it's the best way to hold that cross. JC rooftop, that's fire team. A really good position for Legion right now, especially with the B situation for Sweet and Sour. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Dexter to stay alive in that back room. The problem is that they have nobody protecting him from B. Watermelon holding it down so far. How many of those can he get? He gets another. Siege, there's that B. That was so needed. Great play, Siege. He gets fire team out of hotel. That's a big deal for Sweet and Sour right now.
Side room uplink.
So Barry working on Dexter, hoping he gets sloppy. And Zakul, it sounds like, still, oh my god, my fingers are backwards. Downstairs, kind of working on Sweet Jake. Who is, oh, of course, as soon as I go for those eyes on that angle, he bails. But Sweet Jake was working OBJ. Take a look at Siege, see the position he's holding in B. He's working his way down. And he is dead. I think you'll have a lot more cover staying in B. So now Midget working back up the road again. Watermelon's been a pain. He has rotated out of the front porch that he spent really the whole round. So I think, you know, we're going to see Midget really focus on that front porch, but he gets an audio cue that he's upstairs. So now he knows Watermelon is upstairs.
I don't think he's in the annex.
At this point, Watermelon, make sure he doesn't come into the back door. But you don't have to work on him too much until he starts to make that cross. So Midget just going into the front porch. Zakul takes out Farquad on twins. Legion does not have a presence on twins, and they're not trying to send anybody over there. But again, with Farquad or with Watermelon's position, he knows Watermelon, or he knows Midget's out front. Sweet and Sour now has two back rooms, so they can have one peek the windows. That was too much of a risk before. Let's see. So there's a cool waiting on Siege to peek again. X sends the one RPG. And JC takes out Farquad. JC now in the chopper position. We know he likes to use this. You can... Oops. Sweet Jake, where are you? Great shot from downstairs. OBJ. Once you get to this position, you can shoot twins through the cockpit. Take out B. So leaves a lot of pressure to have JC out of there. He would have been dangerous. Farquad coming up top. He's going to work top B.
Where is this guy in Hilo?
Asking about the guy in Hilo, but he's dead. Jake might not have seen that he killed him off.
Oh, good.
Legion right now with 2 players alive. So their lives are dwindling on this Marsaka push. You got Zakul. They got Doggy. Doggy's going to have to get Sweet Jake out of there. He's going to have to worry about Farquad. He gets Sweet Jake. Now Exceed is going to be a problem when he's on this side. And Exceed gets him. So it's all up to Zakul. We'll follow him for the end of the first round. Now Watermelon knows where he's at. Dexter can start peeking too. Sweet and Sour hasn't had anybody for a moment. They might not know that they're out of lives. They're still playing pretty passive, pretty smart. But Dexter's starting to peek. Dexter's starting to look. Changing some fire. And Jake gets him. All right. Map 2, round 1, downfall goes to Sweet and Sour. All right. All right, let's update the scoreboard. Sweet and Sour gets a point. I'm gonna go back to the game and just leave the scoreboard on for a moment. Sweet and Sour on fire. Yeah, they're playing super well, man. They're a good team. When they're on the same page, they have some great shooters, great strategy. Jake's a great leader, so Sweet and Sour doing well. What's up, Orthodox? Doink's just fuming that people ban Downfall. We don't ban Downfall, Doink. Downfall is my favorite, one of my favorites. JC in the clutch position where he would have been early on. Yeah, it's interesting. So JC toward the end there was caught at the chopper. Earlier in the map, he was at the back of the heli house, kind of on that porch side, which I think was going to start his crawl to the chopper. I think he was going to try to work up there. The problem is that he was fire team, so even if he would have gotten to the chopper, if he would have gotten there earlier in the round, it would have been really bad for Legion because their guys would have just been popping up like prairie dogs right in the middle of the map with the helicopter, and they wouldn't have been able to leave that spawn, so they would have been left with an A and a B spawn. At one point, they had JC top hotel as fire team, which was really their best setup. They had 4, if not 5 there, and nobody from Sweet and Sour in B holding that cross. So that was their one opportunity, but Exige got to B just in time and was able to take JC out of top hotel. And then Watermelon did great work from Hookah and held off the rest. So Sweet and Sour, starting with 3 on A here, they're immediately going to send 2 B. Legion's also going to send 1 to B right away. Oh, I thought that was who we were watching here. Trying to find whoever's on twins. I'll leave that as I check to make sure we're in game when we are. Because the cool's gonna be working on that. AC's far quad. Doggy already hit one. We got Midget in an interesting spot, holding the late cross
Yes, but I don't have anything to call.
onto the OBJ.
I think I saw one at Boot Rock.
We got Dexter gonna be doing some sniping in the far west here. A couple more sweet and sour making this approach toward storage truck, cargo truck. JC kills off Farquad. So right now, Sweet and Sour has nobody at Twins, and their team is coming up here in the west. Looks like JC is the sniper in top B, and Doggy is holding A house here, White House. It'll be tough to see.
Second floor, two-story building. One's moving to South Brothel, one's on South.
But if these guys on cargo try to head down the street side of West Road, they're going to run into him.
One's in the window.
And then JC's going to be working on them as they hit the front sandbags of the cargo truck. He gets counter-sniped by Jake. Jake wins the battle. Good shot. Now we move forward. Hardest thing leaving these sandbags is Twins, which Exceed just made it past. Jake, are you going to make it? Jake's not, though, unfortunately. But they had B freed up, so Exceed is able to get into Hotel. Watermelon, you're not going to kill that one. Anytime you know B's dead, back off and take the right side of this road. You do have Doggy that was holding that, though, just tough. Check out JC up top here. He's going to get into a spot where he's going to be a pain. He's rotating out of B where Jake sniped him. Coming up here into the hilltop where with the textures, it can be tough to hit players.
Is there anyone at B?
So Watermelon here, trying to work his way up. Exige is Hotel. He's going to start working on Twins. Twins is going to be distracted with Farquad's footstep audio here. So he sees the coolest laser looking backward. Farquad's going to come up top. Farquad wins that battle, so now he has control of Twins. Exige out in the open. He left Twins and took the center map approach, or he left Hotel, took the center map approach once they had Twins. Farquad's going to make sure that nobody else can run into the OBJ buildings here. That's a good move. He might have eyes on Midget in those windows. Doesn't see him. See Midget in top hookah.
Yes, I'm in Twins.
So Midget, oh, I'm stuck on the wall. So Midget kind of back and forth in these windows.
Twins, he's gonna peek me right now.
But Farquad's distracted on the backside. He's got Zakul coming in. But he's got some help from Watermelon.
Yo, there's one behind Twins.
Making sure his buddy doesn't get snuck up on. Exige is back in Hotel. He's going to be working on Midget. Twins is going to take a second to develop with Watermelon suppressing that. So let's see what happens. We could have a face-off here between Midget and Exige. Midget should pick up footstep audio any second. Watermelon finally takes out Zakul there, who was helping Farquad out in Twins. And with that, Farquad's back in his window.
You guys got him.
Should be able to see Midget down here.
He's outside center hotel. He's outside.
Yes.
All right, let's take a look at Exige. These guys down here staging for the cross. This is going to be really tough. They not only have Midget in that back room holding it, they've got Doggy up at A house. They do have people putting shots on Doggy at A house. Then they also have JC. This is going to take a lot of smoke, just like they used on Turbine. What you'd want to see here is a ridiculous amount of smoke on this. All right, so Farquad now has footstep audio with Zakul coming into the back door.
Around the corner at Twins, if anyone can cover me.
He's asking for help, suppressive fire. I don't see any lasers coming up, but it was enough to make Zakul worried about that. So he's not pushing it quite yet. He knows what happened last time. You got Dex here,
They know I'm at church. They know I'm at church.
who might have a shot on
He's in second story.
A house on Doggy Dog up top.
You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up.
Dexter.
You know nothing. You don't know anything. You're stupid.
I don't know who he's talking to. He's yelling at a teammate. Oh man, Dexter is so loud. What's up top? Zakul and Farquad. Zakul still working. Worried about pushing into that corner.
He's either side room, upland,
Need smoke, guys.
lower level.
I mean, really, you need numbers first. You need to take a couple out. I'm assuming Doggy Dog's been called out by now. They need to get him out and then smoke that. Same with Midget. Siege goes down. Dexter goes down at the same time, so they lost everybody in their west. And Farquad, top Twins, he left his basement, went up top, and gets taken down. So last two Sweet and Sour alive at the moment are Watermelon and Jake here in Hotel. They're kind of second story. Watermelon, man, camera all over the place.
He made it to second story Twins.
Watermelon's got eyes on Twins.
Ammo.
Let's see if Midget tries to peek this. Kind of hearing some action in front of Hookah. Comes to that window in view here. He's going to get the gift of a couple guys without a lot of cover. Siege bringing out the shield. There's all that smoke. You just don't have numbers right now.
Shield, can you bait him so I can check?
More smoke covering Twins. It's close. Push, guys. You got a shield. He's not even taking fire right now. Midget gives away his location with the C4. You can't toss that smoke and let it fizzle. JC putting shots on these guys. He hits one. JC's such a good shooter. You can see how he's holding that angle. Sweet Jake. Second story hotel. Trying to kill anybody off in the back room.
Back guy right side, he's still up.
And Midget just with
Yeah, they're pinching me.
too many people. Can't decide which one he wants to hit. His job looks like he's very, very determined to hold this shallow angle. Make sure they don't get attacked from
One's right side,
Hummer
right
House.
side.
And to make sure that nobody pushes in on OBJ here. Farquad getting low. They used all that smoke, man. This is be nice. I mean, you can stay low here. Maybe distract JC with some shots by Dexter over on the right. But there's a point coming very soon where you're going to be seen. Midget's a little distracted. That's good. JC's a little distracted right still. You see no yellow laser coming in quite yet. Here it comes. He looked top hotel. Go, 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 go. Yes. Got it. Now, Sweet and Sour, you got to protect his left. I know nobody's there at this moment, but anytime... Dang, Farquad. Farquad goes down with the clutch frag by Barry. Barry's nuked out of there, but still, that was their push. You want a cap tucked into this corner, and you want teammates to watch the left side to make sure that nobody comes in on the left. Now Sweet and Sour, they feel like they just had that push, and they did, but it was because he was sneaky, because he was low to the ground. So now they feel like they can make it again. The problem is, without smoke and without being sneaky, they're just, it's not happening. Lives got to be getting low. We're at 1:40 left. Sweet and Sour's got 4 in the game right now. They still got a pretty heavy presence on this left side. They got 5 strong. This is their last push. All of them were just dead, so they have a lot of smoke in their pockets. Somebody's got to shoot top OBJ there, man. He peeks those stairs. He should not live. Midget takes him out. And 3 dead for Sweet and Sour. 4 dead for Sweet and Sour as the Cool gets Jake. Watermelon's going to be last up, working on Midget. Gonna follow Midget as he pushes. Watermelon gets him though. And Zakul gets him. Looks like Sweet and Sour did have 1 more life. Let's see how many more they have. Who is it? It's Lord Farquaad. Just gonna have some fun on his own. 45 seconds to get the stats up. Putting shots at Zakul, but Zakul dips behind the ridge.
Did I get him?
Or not Zakul, JC. Now they know where he's at. He gets doggy. Laser's coming up from Zakul, and there it is. End of map 2, round 2. Legion takes that one. All right, let's head back to the scoreboard. Give Legion a point. What you guys think so far? Good stuff, huh? See why people should pick Downfall? It's an exciting map. Now we get to see the new OBJ location on Downfall. Excited to see how these teams attack that. Cooper Killer in the chat. What's up, buddy? Hit you with the clutch C4. Good stuff. So far, looking at the score, is still really even across the board. You know, sometimes when you play in a match, and then as I've started casting matches, you can feel when teams are going to win gunfights. You know, sometimes, and it's not even that they're necessarily the better shooters or the better team or whatever it is, but sometimes you just get momentum in this game and things are going your way one after another. And oftentimes you can kind of predict where things are going to go. Not this time. You know, like there have been times where I think somebody might have a slightly better position and might win a gunfight, and it goes the other way. And it's been like that for both teams. So it's just showing that, man, I think for the kind of international battle versus American players, seems like connections must be solid. Everybody's shooting well. Everybody's positioning and rotating well. Strategies have changed throughout the rounds as they've needed, you know, as they've tried things and needed adjustments. So far, both teams just playing really well, with one not having a significant advantage. So excited to see where this goes. I think we're going to have an epic battle all the way. So let's go back to the game. Get rid of the scoreboard. Teams are taking a little bit more time because they're talking about how to attack this OBJ. So the new uplink location. Oh no, I should have spent more time setting up cameras. That's all right. We're just going to follow in Marsoc. Legion over here.
Who has smoke for me?
Right here, man. Right here,
Don't
man.
give
Right
me
here.
it. No, don't give me it. Don't give me it. I need you to smoke it whenever I tell you to.
Yep.
But I need you to
They got 4, which means they're quick spawn on 1. Look who it is. It's JC. He is going to be going off to Twins. It's going to cause some problems. Sweet and Sour, let's check out their push. They got one heading toward their B spawn already. Down along that west road, heading to Hookah. JC's almost to twins. Farquaad's trying to get in army house here. Couldn't find Zakul, but Zakul had that angle held. So they're able to keep army house empty. Check out JC real quick, because we're gonna not be able to spend a whole lot of time checking this out. But he's basically watching anybody that approaches that helicopter area, goes mid-map without much cover. Watermelon, same thing, kind of holding the late cross from their B spawn.
Get him?
Yeah, I think so.
Ah,
Nice kill.
one of these guys that are not in the exact same spot. He's a cool takeout Lord Farquaad. And then over closer to OBJ, we've got Dexter upstairs, Jake downstairs. Ooh, Zakul already pushing out.
Yeah, no, I'm just blinding him.
This is starting well for Legion.
We just lost Jake on uplink.
Zakul's already got a great position. He may not be expecting a siege. That smoke's gonna help though. Here you go, Exceed. A lot of responsibility on you. 1, 2. Don't expose to upstairs. Barry's gonna be working on him now. Gets 3 with Barry. Great play, Exceed. Now it's on Dexter. Is he completely smoked out? Jake's trying to focus, and Dexter's just giving him some good comms. 4 dead for Legion. Last up being JC right now. JC takes out Farquaad. So you see, if you come out of that A spawn and you head right, you're going to be dealing with JC, which is going to be tough.
Okay, call them out. Let's play cool. How many are at low dump? There's one at low dump stuff.
All right, so rest of Legion spawning in right now. Midget attacking the church. He's going to go for that center bungalow push again. The other 2 working up the right side. X-Siege is still in that same spot. He's rotating off. That's a good play. He benefited a lot from surprise there. And he might get a second, you know, like with a second round of engagements here. But it's so exposed from the side that it may not have lasted long. So glad to see him reposition to where he is now, where he's again going to be working on these windows. Barry here is fire team, so they're spawning in on him. Going to try to make this downhill push again, and they got 4 strong right now. Midget was taken out on that center push that he was trying on Army Truck.
What that fucking later did.
Okay. I like it. That's just what I'm saying.
Siege still working this.
Upper red.
He's got multiple gunshots now. They're baiting him. And Midget takes him out. Lots of pressure on Dexter right now to stay conservative. He's down. If we have smokes, now they come out. They smoke center bungalow. That's what they're worried about. Nobody's in there right now. As soon as they figure that out, which is happening now with Zakul, he's going to set up the spawn trap. And Legion is going to push this OBJ. Where are these lasers coming in? Looks like Watermelon from Hookah. It's a tight shot because of the smoke. Midget makes it down. Great late recovery by Exceed. Okay, so lots of pressure on Sweet Jake here, but it's not ideal because of the smoke. Zakul's in a super powerful position, and he can stay there for a while, causing trouble in their A spawn. And B spawn. Powerful spot by Zakul. JC still on twins, so people can't expose too much. Jake can't expose too much on the chopper. It is kind of hard to see, but
Still one at chopper. Smoke.
lots of pressure on Watermelon and Jake right now. Hold that cross. Keep holding it, Jake. As soon as Doggy makes that. And there it is. Midget tosses his tablet. Crosses onto OBJ. Jake throws a frag, but doesn't quite get it. Got himself with a Makarov. I think he might have been going for a needle. Got himself in the leg. I've done that before. Legion, though, gets the cap. What's the coolest position? Fire team here. Doggy and Midget and OBJ. I think that's going to be round 2 for Legion.
Just outside their respawn.
We got Barry up top. Barry can watch people from A spawn as they come out. Frag just misses. Molotov down on their B spawn, which means that they might spawn in on fire if they go B, unfortunately. Which means that somebody lit it and was immediately shot.
Yes, okay, I'll be
Watermelon making one last ditch play, but there's not enough time. Good round, Legion. As soon as they took center control, and the last two died on OBJ, they were in a really good spot, and they smoked it, made the cross when they got numbers, and won the map. So, scores for the end of map 2. Midget 7 and 11 with 1 cap. Barry 2 and 2. Zakul 18 and 11. Doggy 13 15. JC 16 and 6. Over on the sweet and sour side, Exige 18 and 19. Lord Farquaad 11 and 17. Sweet Jake 11 and 7. And Watermelon 9 and 8. Dexter 2 and 9. All right, looks like next up we are going to Egress. I'm going to update scores. Give Legion credit for the map win. And hopefully have 30 seconds to hear from our sponsor.
Sunlucky offers easy-to-use VR products that will help enhance your VR experience, like this Sunlucky gun stock with hundreds of 5-star reviews, this paddle adapter for 11 table tennis, and this golf club adapter for Golf Plus and Walkabout Mini Golf. Visit sunlucky.shop to find out more.
All right, so shout out to Sunlucky. If you need a gun stock, they make some awesome gun stocks. They have some for Quest 3s. Awesome company with great customer support, shipping, and they make good quality products that look super cool. Check them out. All right, map 3 with something on the line. Winner of this takes all. You see Sweet and Sour took map 1, Turbine 2-0. Legion hard fought map 2 on Downfall. They win that 2-1, and now we are going into Egress on map 3. So let's update our graphic here. Yeah, last round, new OBJ Downfall, Sweet and Sour wasn't able to get anybody into that center army house. A lot of that was JC from Twins making sure that nobody was ever going to be able to push into there. Man, not a whole lot they could have done differently other than killing JC, you know, possibly from a B spawn at Hookah, heading kind of the backside of Hookah. You can get a shot on Twin Rocks from there, but as long as JC was in that spot, center army house wasn't going to happen. You see Jake was in a position on the center helicopter, which is, you know, kind of a way to try to help relieve some of that pressure mid-map, but still just gonna be tough. Legion was able to get pressure into that center bungalow, and as soon as you do that on Marsoc, you can control 2 spawns pretty well, and they did that successfully. All right, now we're on to Egress. You saw the OBJ location was in the warehouse. We're gonna follow Legion, spawning all 5 in this time. They like a really heavy topside attack here. Who's fire team? I can't see the white shirt with these overlays. It's like Barry's fire team. Interesting. So this is a different approach than I've seen. Last time I casted them, they went topside, all 5 with fire team. Took lumberyard and brickyard. This time they got smoke up the middle of the street. Lots of pressure coming from those 3 guys topside. Legion gets 1. Doggy gets 1. So that's 2 dead. Unless they're expecting a third, they might think lumberyard's empty. It is. So Sweet and Sour now is going to have to rotate, but JC used that smoke and just pushed right up the middle of the street. Over on the other side, we can't see much here. We got Barry working his way into cage. Farquad just on the other side. He's got to deal with two. And Zakul wins that one. So Exige holding parking, making sure that he doesn't come out. But check out what's happening on the other side. Since they had lumberyard control, Legion has been able to push right into the OBJ. So Exige working the scaffold, kills one, misses. Is it a frag? It's not cooked, thankfully. And Watermelon takes him out. So that's 2 dead for Legion. With Barry and JC last up. JC on the street here, working the blue car. So we saw him push up to this position. Looks like as his team left Lumberyard and attacked the OBJ, he held. But now he's attacking. The midget coming in. Watermelon should have heard those footsteps. Code's gonna go hot. Watermelon didn't hear it. Code's hot. It's the risk of lots of team chatter. Gotta hear footsteps. And Legion setting up inside the OBJ. Setting up outside the OBJ. Extra trying with a shotgun against Zakul. And Legion's in a great spot here to take this first round. There's a trade. Zakul still on the other side. Locking down their B spawn. He gets one. If Sweet Jake comes this way, he's also going to have a hard time. Gets another. And Farquad, last chance here. But Barry takes him out. And that is round 1 on map 3. Going to Legion. Well played. So they, lots of aggressiveness, and they capitalized off of that. Took over Lumberyard, took over Brickyard. Sweet and Sour wasn't quite quick enough for the rotation to take control of that area. Legion was able to push in the first time there, knock them off guard. Sweet and Sour was able to defend that attack, get them all out, but then they countered from the other side, and the rotations just weren't quite happening fast enough. So round 1 goes to Legion. Oh, no way, dude. Were you guys on the wrong screen? I can't tell, man. No, bro. No. I'm sorry, guys. God dang it. Well, hopefully you heard. It was an exciting round 3. Legion took it. Oh no, I'm sorry. I will post my recording to the PALVR YouTube. So if you guys want to go back and watch that, you will be able to see it from my perspective and see what happened. I'll get started on that as soon as this is over. All right, well, I'm going to leave us on the game screen and make sure that it doesn't happen again. Oh, you're just sitting there listening to freaking 8-Bit Metallica, checking out the scoreboard. All right, so let's go into the game. You heard it. I am going to recap what happened. God dang it. It's like my greatest fear when I'm casting, because I don't want to miss the action. It's so frustrating to sit there as a viewer and just watch that. So Legion started Marsoc down here. We got the warehouse OBJ. They sent 3 up, and then they sent 1 backside to Brickyard to Cage, and JC basically ran right up the middle of the street, put smoke on the car, came up here and held the blue car. While he did that, over on the other side, we had 2 Volk defenders working lumberyard. 3 Legion came right up, took these guys out. Sweet and Sour throughout the round had 1 held in warehouse, just kind of hanging out inside on the OBJ. So Legion was able to take this. 3 guys here with JC holding the car. Little action in Cage to distract on the left side there. So Sweet and Sour had some pretty heavy pressure in parking trying to defend this exit in Cage. But Legion came right in, attacked OBJ, basically setting up the cap, and then you had Exige from Sweet and Sour on the back scaffold, kill them off through the windows and reset that attack. But as that happened, the fire team over here, Barry, started making some babies. People were spawning. Sweet and Sour was recovering from that last attack, and they just came right in, attacked this, while JC finally left his position here from the street and made the attack on the left door, controlled this alley, anybody that was spawning in. And that was the round. So there's my recap. You heard the first radio commentary. Ah, dang it, man. We're gonna make sure hopefully we go 3 rounds. Sweet and Sour is going to battle back, and we'll make sure we capture the rest of the action. Dang, man. I don't usually have that issue because I try to keep my cast not so fancy with like the screen transitions and things like that. I'm not the greatest with OBS and the software that it takes to cast these things. So that's why you see me like updating the scoreboard live and dragging and dropping things. Normally the last thing I do before I can even see the screen on my end is have to switch it over to the game screen on the on OBS. Ah, damn it, but apparently that didn't happen. All right, we're going back in. As soon as they're live, we're going to follow Marsoc, Sweet and Sour.
Yeah, go underground. Well, apparently I'm fire team. Alright, let's do it. No, but
Park Quad Fire Team.
I am.
They're focused. Played with Sweet and Sour. Some of these guys enough to know their energy. They got Myth rolling now. They're focused. They're sending 2 top. Couple street. We'll check in with the guys up top in a second. See if these guys exchange any shots. With that opportunity, nothing happens. Seen Mithril play this area in uplink. He knows right where to throw frags. Knows how to play these angles well. Jake gets a frag already. Midget, you know he's got C4 in his pocket, so he's waiting. He's got footstep audio, but he had gunshot audio from a different location. There's that C4. Now, Jake saw that go through the air. Can he find that position? Stomping around. Midget hears him. He's just trying to confirm his kill. Looking at the map, looks like we've got 1 downstairs subway. Possibly another coming up subway stairs, and then we got a couple in Cage, so that's all going to take a while to develop. So we'll stay here on Jake. He gets 1. Might not be expecting a rotation because he already killed 1 earlier, but it is the guy that he killed on that spawn, on that rotation. And Zakul takes him out.
Killed 1 by Cage.
Alright, so meanwhile, Exige kills 1 over here. JC rotating back. Doggy hits him. That smoke wasn't quite high enough. And Doggy hits him from the scaffold. Here's Farquad, Fire Team. This is where they're spawning. Mithril's still down. Mithril's got to respawn. The life is worth less than the aggression, in my opinion. When they strung together a couple of kills, it's gonna work. I just don't know. I like to attack more. If we run out of lives at the end of a round, it's because we did a lot more wrong than we should have. So, all right. So Sweet and Sour now recovering here, lumberyard side. Exige is going to work up that ramp. Again, they're spawning top subway stairs here. There's a cool holding an angle that surprises a lot of people. That's always kind of a goal to get into that position as a Marsoc defender, but it's not expected. So you see he hits one and the midget kind of finishes him up. No footstep audio in the snow. So he knifes Mithril. Farquad's still fire team, still spawning there. He's last up right now. Somebody should clear this. And there it is. There's a trade. There's 5 dead. Thankfully, that 5th that just spawned did spawn in on fire team. I think that was Jake. He kind of felt it out like, hey, they're crashing that hard. We have to leave those top subway stairs doors. And it's very difficult. Sometimes even if fire team's in a position that's far up like that, you're tempted to spawn there. But if you do, you know, there's a great chance that you're just going to lose your ticket. JC downed Barry. I'm not sure if that was kind of a twitchy reaction or if they're low on ammo. He and Exige see each other. Exige dips back into the garage. I'm sure he calls out JC. Sweet and Sour now have 2 attacking lumber once again. One's Mithril. Watermelon hits the refrag after Mithril exchanges fire with him. Ooh, check out that laser. Gets him in the toes. Cool with that shot. And now Watermelon is going to be working on Zakul. He's high. He's high. Peek at Watermelon. And he falls back. XC just kind of holding bus stop. The Farquad goes down. Sweet Jake looking to see if JC is kind of rotating through this area as he was earlier. So far, nothing. Exige kind of focused on the same thing. So remember, Exige saw JC on that top garden earlier, and he's probably looking a little worried that he's still there. He finds him, but JC gets the win, and he goes down the street instead of top. So Jake's not going to be able to pick up the refrag that he's looking for. Mithril working his way up. Watermelon still in that same spot, kind of waited on his buddy to come help him out. Like Watermelon just creeping, not giving away footstep audio. I gotta get a drink. Haven't seen utilities come out. I'm assuming Mithril's using a frag and a flash. Toss my flash over there. I just got to deal with midget C4s once again. He saw him for a second. There's that C4. Jake, top main stairs here in the green room. Gets a shot on JC. Looking right. Nothing there. If you don't see that, yeah, he would have died. I would have died. I would have pushed, and Zakul would have killed me with that laser. It's a good play by Jake. That would have been the push had they had those wins in Lumberyard. Jake did the right thing, made the kill, checked right. It was empty, but he had good feeling knowing that they just lost those 2 guys in Lumberyard, that somebody was probably rotating back. That's what happens. Zakul was there. All right, so Sweet and Sour still trying to attack that. Exige and Myth coming back. Zakul with a good rotation. Right now, no action happening in cage. Sweet and Sour not sending anybody cage, so they're going to work on Farquad, or work with Farquad, front hotel here. Sees JC, but JC wins the shot. Jake's going to try to refrag. He knows he's left warehouse, and that's a hittable shot from here. Edge is blocking it, though, because he's inside. Might have some action. Yeah. It's a cool take, Sweet Jake. Let's see what's happening in Lumberyard. These guys have been working on it the whole game. Haven't paid attention enough to know if Midget went down, meaning he has more C4 in his pocket. Looks like Watermelon gets a kill. He's on main stairs, which caused one to rotate back. Siege is working up through cage. Mithril being very patient. At some point, Mithril and Midget's gonna happen, but it might be a moment. Midget might tuck into this little corner, which captures footstep audio of anybody coming up over the ramp. If you have a ramp, check that. What is Exige doing? He's bottom cage. He hears Barry stomping around. I think he might be adjusting some physical things. Farquaad hits one. He's fire team. Zakul cleans him up. +1 on the refrag. And Barry's still working top cage. Exige below him. Exige is now active. So he's standing tall, but moving slowly to try to not give footstep audio. Barry's still moving. Barry's not aware of Exige's position quite yet. Real quick, let's check in with Mithril. Let that develop a little bit more. I think that is going to happen faster than Mithril's push will. And he gets him. There's one. Looking for that left warehouse. It's a cool's been working a lot. Doggy's still back in those windows. Shooting through the hedge. You don't have to shoot where you see. You can hit through those hedges. And here's what we were looking for on this side. Mithril gets him.
Nice one.
Got 2 dead for Legion, but you got control of this area. Lives are tight, so you got to make an aggressive push here. JC's out. And Doggy's going to be rotating back on that scaffold. Exceed should have called that out. They should be aware there's one there. Zakul on the top hedge. They were worried about the whole game until it mattered. All right, so Farquaad refrags it, picks it up. Gets 1, gets 2, got a cap. They got 2 dead. Midget coming in. You know he's got C4. Watch it come through these windows. He's shouting out numbers. Exige holding that door. Get low. He couldn't get the code. The shouting out numbers worked. And that's it for the match. Great job, both teams. Great win, Legion. 3 rounds. And able to take it in the end. Great job. Let's take a look at some final scores for map 3. Egress, we got Midget 9-8, Barry 3-6, Zakul 19-9, Doggy 4-4, JC 3-6, Sweet and Sour Side, Exige 10-10, Farquaad 8-10, Sweet Jake 8-9, Mithril 2-4, Watermelon 3-4. Great job. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Sorry I missed the freaking first round of map 3. I am going to start uploading to YouTube right now, so that will probably be super low quality in about a half hour, and then processing in an hour or 2 should be complete for the HD. Let's give Legion credit for the win here on the scoreboard. They got 2. 1-1-0. So Legion takes the afternoon, 2 maps to 1, winning Downfall and Egress with the comeback after dropping the first 3 rounds. It's a great job by Sweet and Sour, making it a really fun match to watch. Great job, Legion, locking it down. Thank you so much for joining, everybody, and I will catch you next time. Have a great Sunday.